Hi, I'm Bobby Plude from Equip to Endure. What we're going to do is, I told you in an earlier video that what I wanted to do is actually show you the notch in the bowl and drill. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make the bowl and then I'm going to burn it, and burning the bowl, and then I'm going to show you actually how to make the notch. I mean, that is one of the most important parts. A lot of people, when they're first starting out, I've actually seen them, we call it making the pie. So what they do is they actually make it look like a pie. So it's pointed on the end and then wide on the back. In other words, I'll do this. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't have to be perfect. But what they do is they make a pie. So it's pointed here, and then it goes out like that on either side. Of course, if I had a pen, I could probably show you, but I don't. So anyways, and they make this part pointy. Well, you don't want to. You want to make it flat and then come out like that so that the coal actually has a place to drop out. If you make this part of the notch to a point, the coal will get stuck right there. I'm going to have Adam make a coal with this. So it's really easy to start out with. What I do is I take my drill, I set it, this is the drill, I set it right up against so it's even on the inside edge, right? Then I take my knife and I just slide it right down here, and that's where I start my bowl. So what I'll do is I actually cut this out. Be careful you don't cut yourself. This is where people cut themselves when they're doing this. Okay, and you just want this deep enough so that this stays in here. Okay, so it looks like it's going to stay in, and of course it's a little chilly today and it wants to rain. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller for me. And I'm going to have Adam actually burn this bowl in. So now it wants to stay in, say.
I wouldn't want you to get up, old man.
Right. See, we're not careful right now with actually socket. You got the socket? Okay. This is the socket that I made just now out of a piece of maple. Well, we're not really worried about the moisture right now because we're just showing you the notch. But what I'm doing is, what we're going to do is we're going to have him burn that in so we can show you how to make the notch. And then because it's wet and it's raining, because it's raining out, I'm going to see if he can make a coal in the rain. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me hold that. But you'll see he's actually burned what we call a bowl. See it? See the moisture? Well, right down here in the bottom of this bowl, I'm just going to do this so that you can see it in the camera. That's the center or the very bottom of the bowl. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a pie like this. Okay? And I'm going to do that now. I like going down the center first. I always go backwards so I don't split the wood off. Okay? Just so you can see. Okay? And take your time. In a survival situation, you might only have enough strength to do this one time. Make sure it's right. Take your time. Okay, I'm watching it. I want to make sure it doesn't go past the center of my bowl. I'm almost there. Okay. A lot of people will start doing this and then start doing this, and they run off. They make it too wide, or it meets in the middle. It meets in the middle and it's too thin. Take your time. Right there. I'm right now. That's at the bottom of the bowl. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow that line. I'm going to follow that edge. And I'm going to do this all the way back. Take your time. You might be only able to do this one time. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this other side. This is where a lot of people cut themselves with the saw. Go backwards. You see? I have control of it. Take your time. There's no sense in rushing any of this.
What is starting to rain?
It is. Sorry. We're not going to melt. All right.
The camera will.
All right. Now, if you'll see this part right here, I'm going to clean it up. This is actually a little bigger than I wanted it, but it'll still work. If it's too small, it's not going to work. This is actually, I don't know, just a smidgen bigger than I wanted, but it'll still work. So before, it's raining right now, so before it gets too wet, I'm actually going to have Adam get a coal with this. But remember, it can't come to a point. It'll work.
You have the socket?
Here's the socket. And it's raining. It's raining. And he's actually using the grease on the side of his nose to actually slicken it up. Oh, squeak. Smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8. Now, okay, you had a coal that fell off the top.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me have it. Okay, in the rain.
I'll bring it up to the camera.
All right. Careful, that's why you're on the side of a bank. In the rain. Now, you see what he's doing? He's feeding it. He's not blowing on it. If you were to blow on that, you're going to blow it right off of there. So he's just feeding it right now. You can see he's got the wind to his back, so it's not blowing it off. You can see by the way the smoke is going, the wind is coming this way. So he's actually feeding it oxygen. You've got plenty of time. Right now, you've actually, oh, that looks good. You see the top of it? It's kind of like a cigarette. When a cigarette's burning, when a person's drawing on the cigarette, that's exactly what you're looking for before you put it in your tinder bundle.
You hold it.
So there it is right there. Now I can blow on it a little bit. You see, if I blow on it, it'll blow it out. Watch. See how it's blowing the sparks that way? What you do is you actually put that in your tinder bundle. You blow on it. Whoops. See? That's why you don't want to blow on it. It's still lit. I mean, I could pick it up and put it in a tinder bundle, but look at, I started burning your glove too. The notch is really important. If you'll look and see, we could probably get one more burn out of this, but look at how it's opened up. Okay? If it comes to a point, it won't do that. It'll follow it right out. Okay? Always burn your bowl first. Don't put don't start your bowl and then cut your notch. Start your bowl, burn it, then cut your notch. Then you know it'll work almost every time. I say almost every time because this is a skill that's acquired. You have to practice it. I think that's really important. A lot of people don't show you what the notch looks like. The notch is probably the most important thing. If you don't get that notch right, your coal will hang up, or else if it's way too big, it'll fall right out the bottom, or you'll just use that drill as a drill and drill it right through. So I think that's a really informative video. I thought it was really important. That's why we decided to make this video. I'm Bobby Plude from Equipped to Endure. And Adam is standing behind the camera, and he's the one that got the coal. So we're here making a film. Just remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. We love this stuff.